Alright, still continuing to fail breakouts at the upper trend here. Looks like Bears mostly kept their shit together into the end of the day. They did get pushed out of like the 70 and 75 positions, but managed to hold on to their short puts at 80 and their sold calls above that. Pretty flat day. A lot of realized vol crush, which we kind of expected on an open under 75. We didn't really close much higher than that. NQ outperformed pretty dramatically, but volatility up on the day, and some of that event vol for durable goods tomorrow. We also have GDP and PCE coming in the back half of the week. That's going to continue to put a little bit of upside pressure on volatility and probably reduce the range in which we trade over the next couple of days. Because as each piece of data comes in, it could make the next piece of data more important, especially if it's mixed and doesn't support current positioning. When I make 10 mil, I'll buy you a pony. Thanks. How about just 20%? Dollar down a little bit today, and yields came down as well. So we didn't get that bump and leverage that would have probably helped bulls out a lot. Commodities down, mostly due to oil, which fell throughout the majority of the day. Closed a little bit up. Silver and precious metals and copper moving up a little bit more. Still see correlation falling, so it's still a push into the dispersion trade. That's most noticeable, obviously, in tech. A little bit of a lever up there at the end of the day on the carry trade, but mostly falling throughout the day. The forward yield on volatility now down to negative 6.353. So still a lot of short vol coming in. Just not any big improvements in leverage. Move. No, now at 9.5, probably not moving much with today's drop in yields, but should continue down as we see correlation on the 3-month fall. Skew moving up. I think we'll continue to see that out of it over the next maybe a couple of weeks as that out of the money put demand decreases, or at least into next week. Breadth picked up yesterday, but fell back again today with tech leading the pack on things. So probably not great. Health technology, some of electronic technology, consumer durables, utilities, retail, kind of falling behind on the negative consumer sentiment. Finance is doing okay, and tech services did pretty well. So a lot of this upside move, what we did get to the upside today, led by tech services. Still seeing correlation fall between VIX and VX. Cash VIX and VX, down to 90.65 from the high at around 94.31. This is still really, really elevated given how hard they've been shorting volatility. Then correlation would be breaking apart a bit more, but I'm guessing that short-term demand for long volatility still remains pretty high. 30 Fed fund futures are pretty much unchanged, still 1.5 rate cuts by September. And we got a little bump in the bear steepener, but not too much. And that was with the $69 billion 2-year auction today. So on the technical side, we managed to hold above the 200 MA, but I wouldn't say that this is a fantastic breakout above it. On futures, relatively low volume, kind of a shitty, grindy day. And, really kind of still struggling, even with just being over the January low at 57.73. So this might be an opportunity for bulls to move things in the overnight after a day of consolidation. But it also means that if the 200 MA fails, it could fail pretty spectacularly. Bulls are largely positioned to the upside with not a lot of support below us. And so, if price does fall or there's negative news, it could fall back pretty hard. GME miss on sales. Why is that not surprising? Is GME's earnings already out? Did you enter your IWM position? Yeah, I picked up a little bit of it today. Bird 26, pumping. Okay. So did they miss sales or did they beat? No, I haven't bought shit on Hertz yet. I'm not in any rush to do that. Edgar is empty, so we don't actually have any news. I don't really care what happens. It doesn't matter if it's pumping or not until the numbers are out. Are they doing an actual earnings call? All right. I'm gonna go do other things with my day because I could give a shit less. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night, everyone.